Hello everyone, it's the Canadian Wi-Fi here, and welcome back to episode 21 of the road to 25,000. This episode, oh my goodness. In the making of, my blue snowball of 2+ years broke, and it caused me many of frustrations because I tried recording this episode a few days ago multiple times over a span of 2 days, and every time I would record, the audio would always end up getting corrupt or cut out at like the 8-minute mark, and then I'd be left with half an episode with no commentary, or my Elgato would decide to corrupt the video. It was just a nightmare. So the fact that my points are even still near where I left them is a miracle, because I've probably done about 20 races off screen. On top of that, I'm using a different setup for this episode than what you would normally be used to, and on top of that, there's something else I wanted to touch on before we started this episode, which is, I'm doing something interesting in this one, and I want to see if you guys can figure it out. Let me know down below, leave a comment if you can figure out what was different about this episode, and let me know when you discovered it and what tipped you off. Anyway, today, like I said, Baby Rosalina and the Prancer. Last of these silly suggestions I'm going to do for a while, but to be fair, this one was suggested quite a long time ago. In the multiple failed recordings I've had of this episode, it's worked out okay. Some episodes that I recorded and got corrupted, it worked out brilliantly and I got a bunch of first place, and sometimes the episodes were nightmares and I lost points. Regardless, I'm just glad to be back. Bought a new blue snowball, cost me like $80. But, you know what? We back. We out here. I'll meet you guys when we're in a race. Okay, we're out here. We got a couple friends joined on us. Andrew and Chum Chow both joined. So, yeah, I actually just checked on my recording in between the lobby and this race, and wouldn't you know it, my Elgato wasn't recording properly. So I stopped that and restarted it. Holy Bump City. Did you see how far I just got? Again? Can we stop with this? How am I catching you? And I'm just gonna go over the grass. No, it's safe, and I don't even lose that many spots for it. Brilliant. The fact that just straight driving over the grass with a baby character is better, because you don't have to worry about bumps and trails. It's pretty sad. Recently I've actually time trialed this track a little bit. Doodle made fun of me on stream because of how bad my lines were. And I agree, my lines are absolutely terrible. I have no idea where to go on this course. I can't believe Mark bumped me there. I was about to trail him with my banana. Actually, it's a good thing I didn't trail him with my banana, isn't it? Oh, water exit, why'd you do that to me, man? Ink, why you do this to me? If I get blue shelled, I'm gonna be kind of salty because I'm finally actually in first place with a Rosalina. Dude, stop bumping me, stop bumping me. Pull my item. No! Okay, at least he doesn't have an item either. I was about to say pull my item and slow on him, but it doesn't matter. I have 7 coins, which means just get 2 here and go tight. And taking the water shortcut should be enough to give me enough of a lead to win, as long as nothing stupid happens. Like second place going wide for an item and pulling a red shell, or a blue shell, or anything of the sort. Thank God. Okay. We did it! Oh, goody goody! Thank you so much for watching. This is the episode. One race. To be honest, that's all I think my computer can handle right now. I'm so nervous, because, like, well, if you're hearing these words, it means, guess what? The episode actually worked. But I'm so freaking nervous, because, like, I failed so many episode 21s. I've failed this episode due to technical failures about 5 or 6 times, where I would sit down and record a full episode and everything's going great, and then I open the files and everything went wrong. So it's like, right now, technically, yeah, it's going well, but I just want to be able to record an episode, man, and have it uploaded. Like, what happened to the simplicity of that? It shouldn't be this hard. I went out and bought a new mic, which fixed my audio problems, and now the video's acting up, so it's like... Anyway, that was the first place. Great. Fantastic. Back on the road. 5 more of those, and we might actually reach 22,000 VR in this episode. Chum Chow on his own road to 10,000. So close, man. 466 points away. We have Baby Rose. I just want to point out how stacked we are on this track, guys. So, different characters have different hidden stats, far beyond what you just see in the stat builder. They have underwater stats, anti-gravity stats, they have just a bunch of crap, basically, that you would never know about unless you looked it up online. Well, underwater is a very weird stat in this game. Same with anti-grav, really, but underwater specifically, as a lot of things just have random advantages and disadvantages. And I just want to point out that the wheels I am using, and the cart I'm using, and the character I'm using are all so bad compared to super heavy setups that they all have underwater's advantages over, like, slick tires and, like a pipe frame or anything of the sort. So, my underwater speed, which is, like, 90% of this track, let's throw that right there. This guy's smart. He's just kind of chilling with his green. I caught up to him because taking the inside path is faster. Actually, not going over a ramp is just faster, by the way, which you just saw demonstrated to you there. Did you know missing the SMT? Does he still have his shell? He does! Okay, I will chill with you, Eric. I'll just go wide so you don't get me with the green. Should I get him with this? He has been a rather nice fellow to me, but I know the second I let my guard down, he's just going to get me with the green shell, and then I'm going to be screwed. We're front running so tightly, too. Like right here, if he goes over that ramp. I was going to say, because like, actually right now there's a really good back spam location, so I'm going to try to take a different line than he is. Right here is also a pretty good one. And I fell off because I was trying to take too tight of a line. And that's a terrible spot to drop me. Hopefully I get a good item. That's a good item. So slides underwater don't actually do anything, but they just feel more natural to do than to just not do anything. So I still just do them out of necessity. I was gonna say we're gonna end up with an easy second place here, but we're gonna end up with like 4th now. I got drift speed back pretty quick. Maybe those people didn't pull mushroom. Ooh, neutral hops are really hard with the controller I'm using. I forgot about that. So, yeah, there we go. Plus 5. Andrew passed us at the end of a Shy Guy. A little bit disappointing. Poor Chum Chow. He just added about 20 points onto his road. So far, so good. So far, so good. So, if you're still unsure as to what the big trick with this episode is, let me just spell it out for you. I'm using tilt controls. Yeah, I'm actually using the Wii Wheel, specifically the gamepad wheel. I know I mentioned how much I hate it in that one episode with Will, but ever since then I've been trying it out, and that's why, I guess specifically, this is like a monologue from the original attempts of episode 21, but it makes sense to say now, too. This is something I've been trying a lot ever since that episode. I realized, if you listen to that episode back, my tone changes completely on Sherbertland. You'll hear me go from like, oh, Wii Wheel sucks, I hate this, to like, holy, this is actually really fun, it feels good. So after that episode was recorded, I went on to Sherbertland basically all night and practiced Wheel, and I have to say, it was a lot of fun. I actually really enjoyed using it. And ever since then, I've just kind of been practicing in Worldwides. As you can see, I actually have the golden Wii Wheel. I just want to point out that when I started trying to record episode 21, I did not have the golden Wii Wheel, which is just a testament to how many recordings I failed. Literally, I played this game so much trying to record one episode that I got the golden Wii Wheel. Like, I can't. If I got an air horn right there and just screwed both of those guys, would have been great. Did I actually get first out of that? Nice! So something I have to say about Baby Rosalina and just light characters in general is their mini turbos last significantly longer than heavyweights. As you can see, I can almost get 2 hops on just a mini turbo, which is something in this episode I should have been taking more advantage of, because 2 hops on every mini turbo as opposed to everyone else's 1. Or sometimes just a slide. Some people don't even hop on mini turbos, including myself. I normally don't. Oh, that would have been a really easy place to catch up on. I've failed the garden cut twice. Ew. Okay, this is bad. I thought for sure I was going to smart bounce myself with that. And I also don't have an item right now. Can I just describe to you guys how hard it is to use Item Spy and Wii Wheel at the same time? Because Item Spy requires you to look at your bottom gamepad, bottom screen gamepad, same thing, we're both using Nintendo products, and you're using the bloody thing in your hands and tilting it back and forth to play the game. That piranha just bit the red shell that was going for me. That's brilliant. Le fail. Le fail. Okay. Still got a second place. Alright. This episode's going so well. See how I said some episodes go well and some go poorly? Well, this one went pretty well so far. Okay, something I have to say about Wii Wheel, though. Very fun to use. Very hard to use Item Spy. Slides look awful, and that's something I was gonna say, like, oh, maybe I'll have to start every episode now by saying, oh, I'm using stick or I'm using wheel. But not only does it tell you at the end of every race, I'll either have a golden Wii wheel or I won't, but also you should be able to tell by my slides. If slides look like this, then I'm using stick controls, and if they look like this, then I'm using the wheel. Mute City is an absolute nightmare to play with wheel because of all the hops, and I actually got Mute City at the start of this episode, but I decided to cut the race because I gained 0 from it, and to be completely honest, it was not a very fun race. I got slowed a lot, and I couldn't hop, and it would have gave away the fact that I'm using Wii Wheel really early in the episode. Big Blue, on the other hand, is a track I'm actually pretty good at with wheel, so we shall see. It's very weird. Some tracks just feel really natural to play with wheel. Cheeseland is not one of them. However, Sherbertland is one of them. So it's not like tracks that have an advantage, such as Cheeseland and Sherbertland, all feel good. Because no, Cheeseland feels terrible with wheel, at least in my opinion. But there are some non-advantage tracks, such as Big Blue, which you think would be really hard with wheel, but I actually really enjoy playing. So, who knows? I believe we've done 4 races. This will be the 4th. I'm not gonna chance it. I'm gonna end the episode after this one. This is the last race of the episode. Also, neutral hopping is really hard with wheel, because if you have the controller tilted even slightly while you hop, you do bad things. Christ. No, I said I was pretty good at this track with wheel. Yeah, I fell off at the start because I tried to do neutral hops. Rip. I like how I got 1 shroom out of that. Thanks. Anyway, that'll help me a lot. Can I get this soft drift? Nope, because I drifted right onto the thing. Alright. 12th place after lap 1, but everyone is right there. Oh, gliders are really tough as well, because normally you do no inputs on a glider, and that saves time over screwing around. But unfortunately with gamepad, you pretty much always have to have an input in the glider. It's really hard to find a spot where there's going to be no inputs on the glider. I just wanted to be quiet there because we had the best part of the music. I'm going to stop here because this guy has shock. There it is. So I'm going to get an item. No one else did. I also got big before everyone else, which is really going to help. 8th. I got a blue shell, which means I'm going to have to go tight here to get a new item. Like that. I have to say, slides are so hard with this controller. There you go, -1. That was not nearly as bad as it could have been. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I hope you're hearing these words, because if you are, finally, episode 21 has been posted. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, check out the other episodes. My back hurts. For some reason, playing with Wii Wheel really hurts my back. But yeah, that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and see you next time. Bye.